I'm Chris Van Meter,
I'm Cedric Phillips.
and you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. Hey everybody, CVM here, and I'm joined with my esteemed content coordinator for the website, Cedric Phillips.
I am super excited to be back. First time in Roanoke since the Players Championship, which you played in.
I
Had a
did.
good tournament. But first time doing a Versus video in 2 years in which Brad Nelson got the better of me.
Ooh,
I know. I'm not happy about it. So now I have to kind of redeem myself with a red strategy.
I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Look, I used to be a white weenie guy, but now, after playing the Open Series in Portland with the Tarka Red, and I sit next to Patrick Sullivan every week, and he's always talking about how good Fire Drinker Satyr is, I guess I have to do this for him and for all the Red fans at home.
Yeah. So as Cedric has alluded to, he is playing the famed Atarka Red deck that won the Pro Tour Dragons of Tarkir.
Yeah, the last one.
Which is pretty sweet. I'm going to be playing the breakout deck of the Open this last weekend in Richmond, Abzan Rally. Matthew Tickle did pretty sweet with his five-color rally deck the weekend before in Chicago. And Ray Todick, a local player here in Virginia, took the deck, streamlined it, and beat the crap out of everybody this weekend.
Yeah, so, obviously I did coverage of that tournament, and you made the top four, and you were there, and, I've had this feeling before doing coverage. I think of Ivan Jen when he won an Oakland with Jeskai Ascendancy combo, and the entire time that I was watching it, and Patrick is in the booth with me, and I know you guys are at the tournament, the entire time thinking, it's going to be pretty hard for Ray not to win this tournament, because his deck was just so far, I guess, above everyone and what they were doing for the weekend. Collected Company is an awesome addition for the deck, and, Rally Ancestors, Tickle proved it was a really powerful card, but finding the best engine for the card and finding the right home for it was somewhat difficult. He got off to a great start, but now watching Ray last weekend in Richmond, it was like, oh, okay, you have it, and someone's going to probably evolve on it, but for right now, this is what we have, and it's really good. I don't know how it stands up to Red, which is why we're going to play the matchup, but if it can beat a Red deck, then I don't know if it really loses to very much.
Yeah, it's playing against him. So, interesting stat. Todd and I played the same Ban Heroic deck.
Yep.
Combined, we had 8 losses in the tournament, 2 of which were to each other,
Okay.
and 3 of which were to Ray.
That's
He
5
beat
of
us
them.
both in the Swiss and then beat Todd in the finals. So I got to see the deck in action quite a bit. I'm actually good friends with Ray, so we talked about the deck quite a bit. Watching him, it felt the exact same way that I felt when I was playing that Dragons deck in Syracuse.
Okay.
Like, I just couldn't lose, was so far ahead of the strategy that everybody else was doing. His deck was just absurd. And I think it's because it's not a Rally the Ancestors deck,
Yeah.
right? It's a Collected Company Liliana value deck
Yep.
that can just kill out of nowhere,
Yeah.
which is a similar idea is, I think, how the Omnitel decks have changed in Legacy, to where it's no longer a Show and Tell deck, it's a Dig Through Time deck that just happens to kill with Show and Tell. So, like, Rally the Ancestors is the Show and Tell in this deck, and Collected Company is the Dig Through Time that's just valuing out all of your opponents.
I think that's the thing that's really nice about this deck, too, and watching Ray play it over the course of the weekend, and the stories I've heard is, he can play a normal game, and then, if something goes wrong or the window is open to play a Rally the Ancestors to kill you or to get a lot of cards with Grim Horror Specs or put more cards in the graveyard with Satyr Wayfinder,
Yeah.
that's the aspect of it. Tickle's deck was much more I need to resolve Rally, hope you don't have Thopters or black blockers for Mogis's Marauder, and then do my thing and kill you on one turn. But Ray found a way to do the thing that we have seen be really good in Abzan Company decks in Modern, Birthing Pod decks in Modern, which is I can play a normal game, and I can also combo kill you. Now, Birthing Pod took that to the extreme because if you drew Birthing Pod, you just couldn't lose. But
Basically.
for Rally, if you draw a rally, you can have small rallies, you can have huge rallies, you can go so many different ways with it. And really, that kind of flexibility is not really something you oftentimes find in Standard. Normally you just kind of find straightforward decks like the Dragons decks you like to play, or kind of the Abzan decks where it's not terribly flexible, it's just powerful cards. But this Rally deck, you have a lot of flexibility, not only in how you play, but how you build it too.
Yeah, which is definitely sweet. And like you said, this is a lot more streamlined. Jace is a card that basically requires you to kill with Rally. Like, that other deck only had 3 Raptors, only 2 Den Protectors. You couldn't really play a normal game of Magic. And with this version, like, Liliana can just beat your opponent. Like, Jace is good, and it will further your game plan to win, but that game plan was Rally, and Liliana can just beat your opponent by herself.
Speaking of Magic, we should play some.
Let's jump right in. Make sure you check out the deck tech above of the Rally deck from this last weekend in Richmond that Ray did. We're not going to deck tech a Tarka Red because, come on.
Really? Just no love?
Nope,
No love for my straightforward red deck with the Atarka's Command.
basically.
This is pretty new. It's got some burn spells and some creatures in it. And I'm hoping it has a good matchup, but we're going to play some games. We're going to find out.
Let's jump right in. All right, we are back for our versus video. CVM here, joined with Mr. Cedric Phillips.
That's me.
And we're going to be battling some sweet standard action here, post SCG Richmond, pre Pro Tour Magic Origins, and Star City Regionals. I am on the Abzan Rally deck that Ray beat the crud out of everybody in Richmond with, and Cedric is on trusty Atarka Goblins.
That I beat the crud out of most people with.
Yeah, that's true. You did
In
top 8 that
Portland.
open that you played.
And then I got humiliated.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
top 8.
Oh, Master of Waves.
Oddly enough, Eclectic Company was involved then too, finding Wall of Frost. So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
It's a big card.
Yeah, it's not bad. So we're gonna do a little high roll action on this sweet regionals playmat that you can get this weekend at the regional championships.
Absolutely. Make sure you check on StarCityGames.com to figure out where the regionals are in your area. Now, this playmat's going to be available for the first 200 players that pre-register for the event. One thing to note, since this event is being ran by multiple different organizers all over the country, the majority of them do require that in order for you to get the playmat, you pay when you pre-register. Some places do have an option where you can select to pay on site. If you do that, you might miss the playmat, so make sure you go ahead and pay when you register for the event.
You're natural at this.
Well, Nick Miller didn't get his playmat last year. Let's go ahead and roll.
Poor Nick. Boom, that's an 8. Yes.
It's a
Yes.
7. All right. You get to go first.
Red team's going first, obviously.
Yeah, that's not good news for me.
All right.
But I
so,
do have these sweet monkey sleeves, so.
I got. So we name Patrick and I. We named the creature collection.
Not surprised.
So this is Wilbur. I tried to name the pig Babe, but then I got chastised on air by Patrick. So it's Wilbur, and you've got
Wilbur.
Furious George.
I like Furious George.
That's just a good name. This is this is a medium hand. That's what this is. But I mean, no one likes the mulligan, so.
We do have the new mulligan rule, though, so it is a little bit easier.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep this hand, and
Are you sure you're not BBD?
it's not that loose. I watch these. BBD keeps really bad hands.
Yeah, he still
I'm
wins.
gonna keep this hand based off of these two cards, and as I get to casting those, I will explain why I'm keeping this hand. But for now, there are some hitful hits, these, and then there are some pitful pits. This. That said, and you know what that card probably is.
Yeah,
I'll keep.
probably. Oh, I'm going to lose to the Become Immense on like
yeah,
10-7.
buddy.
I'm actually going to keep this hand. I don't think this is a hand that you can mulligan in the dark, as so we play. If I knew I was playing against red on the draw, I would probably ship this hand back. But even then, I would have to tank on it for quite some time, so I'm going to keep.
All right, we're starting up. Mountain, Foundry Street Denizen, the Goblin Warriors here. It is your turn.
All right, well, go ahead.
Sandsep Citadel.
We drew
Perfect.
nothing. Don't void me for 3, please.
Above average draw. Mana Confluence is the land. Foundry Street Denizen was my draw, and trigger for 1, so you'll take 2.
18.
I pass with these in the grip.
All right. Yeah, just what I thought. Go ahead.
So part of the reason I'm playing the red deck, and why I'm kind of recommending the red deck right now, is one,
Punishes these cards.
correct. It punishes temples, it punishes tri-lands, and also, if you've just kind of noticed in the format, there's not really a hyper-aggressive deck, so people don't have a lot of sideboard hate right now. So, even though my draw is not all that great, I'm just going to play a third land. I have nothing to play, and I'm just going to attack for 2.
16.
Curving out right now, as you demonstrated with Heroic, your turn, is actually is just pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Third land. Anything but Liliana.
Anything but Liliana?
Yeah.
I think Liliana would just die to a lightning strike.
Trying to get a read on me?
Well,
You don't know me. I don't play
I'll just
anymore.
play this guy. Trigger.
Rude. Alright, creature's dead.
I'm going to cash this in while I can. It's not killing a goblin token. Go ahead.
Rabble Master.
No.
Yeah, okay, fine. Hordling Outburst. No. No. Okay, this is getting kind of hard now. Okay.
Just a Lotus Petal for your Delph spell.
Alright. Sacrifice Wood Foothills. I'll take 1. I'm at 19.
Am I taking 7?
You're not taking 7.
Ugh.
I'm gonna get the basic mountain. I don't need to get a forest in my deck because I already have Mana Confluence. So
Yeah.
the green mana is acquired for Atarka's Command and the Become Immense I'm about to play. So you're about to take a
Well,
bunch.
According to Arilax, it is the best red spell ever printed. So you go to 18, and I'm going to take 7
Yes.
to 9.
You're at 9. I say.
After you tap your Foundry Street Tennis. Yes.
Yes, of course. Go.
All right.
So now
Land.
we're working our way into Collected Company territory.
All right, I guess that works. Scry. And I don't know if I want that or not. I think that I do. Yeah, because I know what I'm playing next turn, and I just kind of want some more land. And I think that we're probably just going to get a lightning strike here, but I'll pass.
All right, Lily Pad. Outburst. Every
This
turn you
card
want.
is much better than I gave it credit for.
It's
when
pretty
I
good.
first saw it.
It's great in that deck.
Absolutely.
This counts. Yeah, this counts. It's not Outburst, but it's still good. All right, Dragon Fodder. 2
Almost
triggers.
an outburst.
Oh my! Hello, Goblin Token. Where'd those come from? I'll take 1.
Stoke.
Stokey Stoke.
Alright, so you go to 17.
This is all backwards. This is an attack for 3. This is here. This is up here.
And I go to 6.
I'm at 17. You're at 6. I say go.
Go.
All right, Collected Company.
Or rally.
Or Rally. You have. Oh, yeah. That would actually be good. All right, we'll find out, I guess. Untap. Draw a card. Neat.
Well, the good news is I can't become immenced again.
That's true. I'm gonna play my turn right and attack first and see what he does, and then if he has any responses, I'll do something.
Alright, well, Collected Company.
Is your game score 6?
I guess. Sure.
Wild Slash. So part of the reason I was gonna keep this hand is because Slash is good against your deck, and then you didn't play anything Slashable. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I only have like Mystics and Wayfinders and Den Protectors at like 1 and 2, so if you don't see any of them against an aggressive deck like this on the draw, it's kind of rough. Which is why I almost mulliganed my hand, but it was like Liliana, Executioner, Michael Raptor, Collected Company, and 3 lands or whatever. So I just know I can send that back.
okay.